Hi everybody, this is Patrick from Doggy Dashboard, and today I'm going to show you how to use this pet grooming business financial forecasting spreadsheet. Now I'm guessing you found this spreadsheet because you're most likely thinking about opening up a pet grooming business and you want to know if it's going to be a good business idea or a bad business idea. Well, this little spreadsheet here will help you kind of get a visual outlook on the next 12 months of your business to see if opening your dog grooming business is going to be a good idea or not. So basically how it works is the spreadsheet, anywhere you see a yellow box like right here, or you have yellow boxes running across the top here and one yellow box there, that's where we're going to be filling in different values and playing around with different values to see how it affects our overall profit. Anything else on the spreadsheet is automated, so do not add any numbers anywhere. Everything is going to be automated for you based on these yellow boxes. And so let's just get started here. We're going to say our rent. Let's guesstimate that our rent is going to be somewhere around $550 a month. We're going to rent a small spot in a strip mall outside of town, so it shouldn't be too expensive. Our utilities are going to be about $75 a month for our business. Insurance will probably cost around $100 a month. Now, for business expenses, this is something you just kind of have to guesstimate. This is your advertising, your marketing, your software costs, the coffee that you have to buy for your business, for the coffee machine, any supplies or things like that. And so let's just throw out a number and say we're going to spend around $400 a month on business expenses. Or hourly wage, this is how much your employees get paid for working there. If you're a groomer, you might just be have no employees at all because you're going to be doing it all by yourself, most likely at the start. But then you'll probably bring on some staff as you get bigger. And so we'll just say our groomers make $15 an hour, just to make it not 15,000, $15 an hour. And there we have the average grooming price. This is kind of hard to guess, but you just have to kind of pick one and then play around with this number and see how it affects your totals. But if you're doing grooms that are $30, and then you're also doing grooms that are $100, full grooms with brush outs, nails, glands, and things like that, you're gonna have to figure out and say, let's say average groom is gonna be $55. Let's say 45. And then some will be less, some will be more, but 45 is going to be kind of the average of how many grooms we have. And so now when we put those numbers in, you can see that over here it says we're $13,500 in the hole. That's because if you look down here on the spreadsheet, all those numbers we just entered have gotten entered down here into your expenses calculations. And now we can see that we are $1,125 per month we're spending. But now we got to start making some money. So now let's go to this yellow line of boxes here where it says type in the number of daily grooms. So this is going to be how many grooms you do per day, Monday through Friday for the months. So let's say the first month is going to be relatively slow. We're only going to be doing about 2 or 3 grooms a day. Let's just say we do 2 grooms per day for the first month while we're kind of getting the word out there. And you can see that 2 grooms per day times 20 days of work per month times $45 per groom is $1,800. So your first month you make $1,800. Not bad. Um, Now let's say we're just going to kind of go up every month. We're going to get a little bit more popular. So we do 2 per day, and then we do 3 per day the next month, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we kind of cap out at 10 per day because that's a lot of grooms to do. And so you can see down here that we have our grooming revenue is showing that after when we're doing 10 grooms per day, which is actually, let's just say that's a bit too high. Let's cap it out at 7, 7, 7, and then 8 will be the most we ever get to as a single person business. And you can still see we're making $7,200 here a month off our grooms, which is pretty great. And so now we're going to jump down here to our number of employee hours. Let's say the first 6 months we just are working by ourselves, so we're going to keep that at 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then at the end of 6 months, we actually bring on one full-time employee. Now, a full-time employee is somebody who works 160 hours a month, because that would be 40 hours per week times 4 weeks is 160. So we type in 160 here, and then we're just going to put 160 in all those next 6 months. So this 160 means we have one full-time employee, and we're paying them $2,400 roughly per month. Obviously, you're going to have to take into account taxes and paying into Social Security, but this spreadsheet doesn't do that. You can always add extra columns and play around with the spreadsheet and really make it more expansive. This just gives you a general idea, basically. And then last but not least, we have startup costs. Now, this one is really hard to kind of guess. It can be anything from the cost of buying your facility. If you bought a facility instead of renting it, it can be the cost of build out, which can be, I mean, if you're buying equipment and you're putting up walls and you're doing a lot of plumbing work for your baths, that can cost a lot. And so basically, this is going to be any one-time fees you're paying to get started. So we're just going to throw out the number 5,000, which is how much it's going to cost for us to, after we buy or we get the lease on our building, it'll cost us $5,000 to get everything ready to go so the business is up and running. And once we put that in, we can scroll down here and see that our final numbers show that the first month we lost 4,325 because we had 6,125 in expenses and we only made 1,800. But you can see as time goes on, after 3 months, we're still in the hole. But at the fourth month, we now have $3,100 in positive cash flow. And by the end of a year, we've made $32,800. And so if we go up here, this should be yearly revenue. Let me quickly fix this. Yearly revenue is going to be the sum of, going to be C22. Sorry, this should have been done already. To N22. There we go, and now everything's fixed. So now you can see we had $65,700 in yearly revenue, $32,900 in expenses, and we made $32,800. So now let's have some fun. Let's say that instead of having rent for $550, let's say we're actually just going to be doing this in our house in the basement, so our rent is $0. Now instantly we're up to $39,400. Let's say we're back, our place is a little more expensive than we thought, so now we're paying $1,000 a month for rent. We're down to $27,400 in yearly profit instead of what it was before. But let's say we're going to be charging more of a higher cost for our grooms. We're more of a large breed groomer. And so instead of $45 a month, we're going to actually say our average is $75 a month for a groom. And you can see you just made $50,000 more by changing your grooming price, moving it up by $40 or $30. And so basically, that's how you play around with the spreadsheet. Remember, only touch the yellow values. Do not touch any of the other values. And you can kind of have an idea of if your business is going to be successful in the future. For you to get started using this, you're going to have to click File up here and then click Download, and then download as in an Excel. You can't actually edit this spreadsheet that you're looking at right now because it is frozen in time so other people can download it as it is. So you need to download a version onto your computer or onto your Google Documents folder, and then you can play around with the spreadsheet yourself and see how it works. And then lastly, if your dog grooming business does become successful, please take a look at Doggy Dashboard. It is my software company that is for dog daycares, pet groomers, dog walkers, and boarders. It helps you keep track of appointments. It helps you keep track of vaccine information. It sends out alerts and reminders. It does pretty much anything you need for running your business. So that's DoggieDashboard.com. It's free for your first 10 pets and clients. And then after that, it's $40 a month. And otherwise, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can email info@DoggieDashboard.com or go to DoggieDashboard.com and send us an email there. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.